John, so tell us about your takeaway from today's event. What do you think, sort of the interesting thoughts that bubbled up?
Well, I'm not a technology guy, and I really appreciate the opportunity to hear about all the innovation. This really is a scale game, but what's interesting is that, we're talking about very different pieces of the pie here. There's the issue of scalable digital video as an advertising vehicle. How does that relate to television? How do we think about it with respect to television and the metric around television? And what's the value add there, if any? And then there's the whole other part of this conversation, which is around the notion of engagement. And we start talking about engagement. Engagement means different things to different people. So as soon as someone says the word, we have to ask them what they mean by engagement. And I think that unless we are figuring out how to build it and measure it, then that's ultimately what our clients are asking us to help them with. And the whole notion of engaging in content on the web, whether it be video and whether it be entertainment or other sorts of tools and utilities and useful information that's a value add to their consumers, that basket is ultimately what we have to try to figure out.
How is online video advertising different than television advertising?
Well, I mean, that's a loaded question. I think if you think about Hulu, the only difference is that there are only 4 commercial messages per hour instead of 32. Other than that, I don't know what difference there really is outside of you maybe watching it on a slightly smaller screen. But again, I think what we need to think about is, the much broader basket of opportunities and getting beyond the whole notion of advertising and into all kinds of different content that we can serve up.
Great. Well, thanks very much for being a part of this today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.